Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming at you today. It's Monday, June 12th. We are about to get into Ubisoft and the Sony press conferences a little bit later today, but I wanted to go ahead and take a step back to go ahead and take a look at perhaps the most amazing title that we've got to see this entire E3 thus far, and that is the brand new IP from the guys over at Bioware. They brought us franchises such as Knights of the Old Republic. They've given us Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and start up something brand new for us all, and it's going to be badass. It's called Anthem. You're a freelancer. You roam around on these big badass exosuits called javelins, and it is going to be one hell of a ride. Let me go ahead and give you the quick little rundown of the press release of what they gave everybody so we can give you the exact facts of what's going on while you take a look at the official gameplay, because this game is running currently on the Xbox One X, and it is freaking gorgeous. They have this thing in 4K. If you have the opportunity to watch that version of it on a 4K TV, do that, and you won't be disappointed. Anyways, this is going to be a full-on, meant-to-be-played cooperative experience in an online-only community. It's an ever-changing world. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal, but the moment that you walk out of that door and you go through that wall, you're in a vast, mysterious land where enemies can come at you from anywhere in the game world. You don't know what hostiles are waiting for you out there. Is it going to be species? Is it going to be weird-looking, dinosaur things? Is it going to be beasts? Is there other human factions out there waiting to try and kill you? We don't know yet. We don't know anything more than what we've seen so far. And so far, all we can say is the world looks huge. The enemies look great. The combat looks fun. The roaming around with the javelin using the jetpack looks like it's going to be the easiest and fastest way to get around the game world. But there's so much more to it than that. With this world being so big, the exploration and trying to find collectibles and maybe gathering supplies is going to be extremely important, and it looks like you're going to be able to do that quite a bit if those features are in this game. We don't know that for sure yet. But taking a look at everything here so far, this is going to be a third-person looter shooter. It's going to be really interesting to see because it looks like it's going to try and blend the aspects of what we already have in games like Destiny and what we have in The Division. As we all know, both of those games I'm covering on my channel, and I wanted to go ahead and touch base with you guys. I'm really stoked for this game. It's another looter shooter, and it looks like it's going to be 100% sci-fi and completely futuristic and completely badass, right? But I don't know if you guys want me to cover this game or not. I think it's going to be an extremely unique experience that's going to be similar to what we've already played, but it's going to have such its own twist and flair with all these new unique abilities that we don't have in other games. It's going to be more warfare style and more about guerrilla warfare rather than just trying to do running around tactical running and shooting and doing things. This is going to be a much more tactical game, and I really do think it's going to thrive because of that. It's going to thrive on cooperative play in online-only play spaces. If we're going to have that one spot at the very beginning of the video where you saw me interacting with my javelin when I got into it, when I spoke to that guy at the very beginning, that is a community hub, and that's where you're going to find things like your quest, and you're going to be able to upgrade your javelin and pick your different type of javelin depending on what gear you want to have. It's going to be an extremely unique experience, but more importantly, just look at the size of these enemies. Like, that thing is huge, and it just crashed down to the ground like it was no big deal. The scope and scale of this game is massive, no pun intended for those who all know I'm Division fans out there. But just the way everything looks and how it's going to play, it looks like nothing else. It's like Horizon Zero Dawn and Destiny just had a baby. It's insane. The other thing I really wanted to go ahead and touch base on, how many of you love finding loot, right? Games like Diablo, Destiny, The Division, seeing those exotics fly through the air or all these crazy items. This reminds me of Titanfall, when you see stuff like this. But whenever you see something glow on the ground like that, look at that. We just picked up ourselves our first piece of loot in the game right there. And it's Jara's Wrath. It has all the abilities. It's a legendary rifle. It shows what level it is, so we are going to see weapon tiers in this game, but that just comes to show that we are going to have one hell of a time running through this game world looking for new weapons, new gear, trying to better our character and our javelin to make it so that we can be the most badass freelancer in this game world. Anyways, guys, this is just a quick little rundown of what you can come to expect from this game. We really don't know a whole lot. Story, you know, what in the world the conflict is, why we're separated, why are these enemies here, why are these beasts trying to destroy everything, and why are the freelancers the only ones that are able to control these javelins. But before we really jump into that, I really wanted to go ahead and focus on this next piece that you're getting to see here, and that is this dynamic weather change and how it's going to completely change the way that you're going to have to try and interact with the game world, and how you and your teammates are going to have to tackle these enemies and take on these missions. Anyways, guys, this is just a small preview of what's to come in Anthem. Bioware has a lot to show us. We're looking at no earlier than a late 2018 release date. Be sure to go ahead and sign up in the comments down below if you want me to cover this game more. Like if you haven't, sub if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace out.